I don't want to tell you it's going to be easy because it's steep. We're starting a new house site clearing.
The dozer worked into the $9 grand for the septic.
These motherfuckers didn't even gravel this road. Come out and check it out and see us.
I told Vince a couple, probably 2 loads across that creek, and then I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 loads right next to where he widened the gate.
Yeah.
Was my thought for now, and then we gotta kind of play it by ear. It looks fucking wet all this week after today.
Oh, really? All right, well, we'll just roll it all in real good with the truck tires. All right, holler at me. I'm gonna get these other guys rolling.
Nice.
Yeah, see ya.
Give me a rundown on how to dump.
All right, but did you see the PTO pole on the side of the door?
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yep. And turn it to lock it.
Yeah, there's like a little groove there. Now, once that's up, and there's over there's 3 levers. One of them has to be in the correct position to engage just the outriggers. So
your outriggers, okay.
If this isn't working, then you just go there and switch it, and it'll send hydraulic to these.
Okay.
Set those all the way down.
Yep. Till it, just firmly.
Just level it out. You ain't got to pick the chuck up or nothing. It ain't gonna go nowhere anyway, especially going flat.
Gotcha.
So this is if it's down, it's sending power to these. If it's up, it's sending power to these and above you.
Okay.
So you get those down, and then you need to put this in the up position to send hydraulic up there. And once you're sending hydraulics to these controls, this one will send hydraulic power then into the bucket.
Okay.
So if nothing's working here, you just need to switch this lever.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. The 3, 1 is to do this upper cylinder, which lifts the bucket, wants to do this, and wants to pivot.
Right.
So just lift this whole thing up high enough that you can then dump, and then you go back down to the bottom.
So lift the whole bucket up, the platform up, and then
so just you'll have to lift the bucket and this at the same time, so the whole thing's coming up, so that you can raise the bed there. Just go slow with them, until you
figure them out.
Yeah, and you got to keep the bucket off the cage, because if you do just this, it's gonna just keep.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, center lever down there dumps the bed. Pretty simple.
What did you say this one was for?
Outrigger, this one.
Okay, so shoot down both outriggers, and that's got to be one way or the other.
Yeah, gotcha. And that same thing, you got that selector up there.
So the outriggers go down separately.
Yeah, that's right. ¿Tú haces esos con el blanco? Este y este. Esto corta más o menos.
¿Trineos?
Este mismo.
¿La vista?
Corta todos. They might want to hook that chipper up later and just pull it straight down.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Try to get some of that so I don't have to pull it all the way back up.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
This thing will pull the chipper back to the shop, but you see how weak that thing is, so.
Well, that body's heavy.
Yeah.
Really heavy, because that's the same truck as the log truck.
Yeah, it needs a much larger motor in it, but that's what they sent out in the factory. So.
You can really tell the difference between the diesel torque and that gas motor.
Yeah, it really should have had a 12 valve in it, I believe. You can't find a conversion for the bell housing, or else I would have swapped it already.
Really? That's a really nice truck. You can tell it's not been drove a lot.
No, it's only got like 80,000 miles on it.
I've seen that, yeah. No parking brake, right?
I guess so, no.
Show me how to run the chipper.
I know everything with like the neutral and reverse and forward, but you show me the operation of it. This is close to the engage, know that.
Start it, let it warm up for a few seconds. Engage, and idle it up just a little bit to like maybe 1,000, and then slowly engage the clutch, then you can idle it all the way up. Don't ever idle it all the way and then engage the clutch, because the motor's spinning wide ass open. You want them to speed up together. Same thing, take it out of gear and then idle it down.
So while it's still like running, pull it out of pull the clutch out and idle.
Yeah, because there's something where to happen to pull something in, you don't want that to be on real slow and then pull it in and lock the motor up. So you want them to be completely free from one another in case that were to pull something in and idle it down. Once it's idled down, some of these have, I don't think this one is new enough, but Some of them have auto idlers. Like right now when you do go to engage, be sure it's in reverse. You know, anytime it's running and someone's not standing right on top of it, make sure it's in reverse. You know, so if someone's not over here and it went to take something in, it does have the auto feed, but that stuff can mess up. If it takes it in, it'll lock the motor up. You know, so. And it's just good practice. Someone's not watching for it to be in reverse.
More habitual.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't know that it makes sense to waste the day here trying to get this driveway right with these machines. If the race ain't for another week, I think we should probably hit this road with the dozer. It'll take 30 minutes when it gets fixed. But I don't mind the stay.
It's gonna take all day.
No, but it's gonna take probably 3 more hours. That skid steer it don't cut for shit. It doesn't have the track power, so I gotta go through with this hoe and break the whole driveway loose for it to even smooth it out. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Can you final the areas that need rock?
They're pretty much done. They are done.
Let's send.
Both culverts are done.
All right, send Steven to start getting some rock for that stuff so that we can get that covered before the rain.
I don't know. I might be able to knock it out in 2 hours with these things, but
I'll call the mechanic and see when he can pull the stat on the dozer.
well, I'll just try to knock it out as quick as I can with these. Is Wesley still chipping?
Yeah, they'll be there for probably till noon, I'd say.
Well, I'll call you in a bit.
All right, see ya.
Drive down the rest of it, you'll see what I mean. It's done. That fucking skid steers don't grade this road for shit.
Yeah.
Had to show off and put that culvert in for him.
Let's see if you can wrangle that little one up.
Bet you $100 I can. You got a rope, I got a rope it too.
I don't think it'd even run away from you. It's so friendly. Dang, look at this big ass turtle.
What do you think? Keep messing with it or wait for the dozer? Don't really make sense to mess with it.
I don't think you got a whole lot left to do on it. But one pass with a dozer would make it nice for sure.
And it's gonna be bumpy if we do it out with what we got.
Farm road, son.
Yeah, everyone that comes to the race is like, oh, JCB.
Yeah, I know, that's what I just said, dude. Fucking, and you don't want to gravel it, and if it rains all week like this week like it's supposed to, it's gonna turn to dog shit, and then they're gonna be like, oh, these motherfuckers didn't even gravel this road, you know?
They fucking grade this shit?
What did he do? Let the fucking cows back in this field over the weekend?
Yeah, they were in here. They were moving them Saturday when I left.
They just come over here and shit all over the place. Heard us talking about it. Worse than working in a landfill.
I don't know, that would suck.
Yeah, it does suck.
You've done it?
I've had to deliver a bunch of shit to them on demos, and the trucks got stuck, you know. Just work on it until the rock gets here, you know.
Yeah.
Get the rock spread. Whenever you're done with the rock, then we'll get out of here and make one. Bring the dozer back at some point, make a pass. You're gonna push this all the way to the fence here.
Yeah.
It's pretty narrow right here, don't it? Up there is good, but right where we're sitting is a little narrow, huh?
There ain't much to cut off that bank.
Yeah, I know.
That's the problem.
It's steep right there. Yeah, I'd probably just go behind your windrow right there. If it made it to that, you'd be good. I think right here.
Yeah.
I'll leave you a tire track to cut out.
Huh?
I'll leave you a tire track to cut out.
Up there where it splits, just turn it over. I mean, it's pretty much flat, but
Yeah.
just turn it over.
Yeah. No, you don't even gotta do that.
All right.
Especially if we're not putting rock on it.
All right. Shit.
Walking down the road, just like a rolling stone. There is hope that is burning in my soul, and it grows.
What's up, guys? We are at the Training Grounds race facility here in Morganton. The North Carolina Hare Scramble Association race series has a race here on May the 4th. We're putting in a double lane road here. If you guys have raced here in the past, you know it's an old farm road to get out here to the starting line. We're widening this so that you have 2 lanes of traffic. Folks can pass each other coming and going. The North Carolina Hare Scramble Association's had a lot of folks racing with them this year, and parking and the in and out's been a little bit of an issue, so Chris is trying to get ahead of that to make sure we can pack as many people as we can in here, and to make sure that, God forbid, there was an emergency, ambulance or something can get in and out no problem. As you guys know, we have been racing the North Carolina race series this year, and we'll be racing this race in a couple weeks on May the 4th. We're gonna park right behind where signups are at. If you guys want to come out and check it out and see us, stop and talk to us, bring the whole family out. Really kind of like in front of the hoe, and then maybe just past a little bit, but that's about it. It's coming together all right.
Excited about this one?
To race it? Yeah, it's changed a lot. Where I stopped blending that in here, we need to blend it through here too a little while. You can push.
Is there gonna be a ditch here?
Just barely, so you can still drive over it. You can run down there and push that out too, where you just dump that. Dump another one down there.
All this road out on it.
Yeah, it's already full. Just have a big crossover.
Smooth it out.
I'll see it. Well, we can't have nice things. Maybe go ahead and put a load or 2 on either, and then push them out themselves or something. Until they're done, you can't really do nothing anyway. So I'm gonna try to figure something out about pulling this stat off, I guess. The dozer. Yeah, through here, where I stopped right there. Just cut a little bit of a swell on that side so that water will...
Yeah. Through the field there's a swell. We'll probably need to put a pipe across there.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least cut a divot across the whole driveway to catch the water.
Yeah. Well, he really will have to put a pipe in that low point there.
Yeah.
But he's not wanting to right now, so may just cut a little trough.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you.
How old are you, John?
33.
Oh, you're just young.
I've worked my tail off though, so I feel like I'm.
Yeah, wait till you get 46 and you got fucking gray hair.
I'm 33 and I already got a lot more gray than I expected I'd have by now.
65-year-old. They're like, didn't we go to high school together? I'm like, fuck you, bro. I'm 45. To run the boundary and lock it down.
Yep.
So we got it.
Yep.
And then locate all them roads that's in there.
Yep.
So we'll know what we got to design lots off of. And then me and you can sit down and figure out what phase is phase.
Yeah.
And how you want to divvy it up as far as to recoup some of your damn money as you go.
Yeah, absolutely, man, for sure. And I don't want to tell you it's going to be easy because it's steep as a motherfucker. But what I can tell you is you can run a dozer down that whole ridge line and all the way up to that top point and then almost all the way back down the other side.
Well,
so
the biggest thing is what kind of cell service do you get up there? That's the first question.
There's a cell tower on the property, actually, at the top. You might see it in the GIS.
There you go. So my GPS equipment works with what they call N-Trip, which is bouncing through the cell towers based on the CORS network, which is a continuously operating reference station that bounces its signal through the cell system. So as long as I got cell service and Horizon to catch satellites,
All right, we are starting a new house site clearing. Normally we do almost all this with the machines, but just trying to keep some labor busy. And we've got our boundary marked out. And these guys are gonna start cutting around the boundary. So tomorrow when we bring the machine, we can just go all the way around the boundary and pile everything up. Uno casa ahí en los sépticos atrás por el baño. The mechanic's there now working on the dozer, so hopefully he can get that thing going and we can get some shit cleared there.
Yeah. The 308's on the way to the shop, and I'm bringing the 50, so.
All right, well, I guess I can start on some stuff there with the 308 if you want to bring the 50 to the pond. And you got a dump truck with you that can haul a couple?
Steven, yeah.
All right.
But we can't dump truck in there, can we?
Let's dump the stumps right there on that riprap bank and walk them down through the yard.
Walk them down?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to come back there and pick out a few, you know, that I can throw.
Yeah. Our pump is there too still. Don't forget that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just cool how it is now. No anything.
Well, it does still need it. He said, I think it's only halfway full from what I was talking to him the other day. You know, so
Yeah.
we'll throw those in there. It really needs to be pumped the rest of the way full, and they'll put some fish in it.
Let the pumps run, maybe? Or
Yeah, I'd let them run.
Alright.
All right,
I'll
I'm
be back in
heading.
the shop in a bit.
Yeah, I'm heading there now myself. I'll stay there. And he wanted to take it down. Now he wants to keep it again. When you first fill a pond, it takes a long time for all that dirt to get saturated, you know. So it may look like it's not holding water, but he said now he put a stake in it and it looks like it's holding water. So he wants to keep it. So put a couple stumps in it for the fish, and then get some fish over there. Fish have somewhere to sleep, hide in. You don't want them just wide open water for, you know, they gotta have shade too, believe it or not.
Keeps on.
Log truck to shuttle logs from here.
He's got that 10 buried in there right now. Tom didn't get it out.
They're gone, right?
Yeah. He's getting one.
Oh, he is?
He's coming back.
Well, kind of fucks my plan.
What's wrong with this though?
Said he had a fire under the DPF last week. Thought they got it fixed, but I guess not. So it's in D-rate.
I'll be back with the 50 in an hour. He needs the blower when he gets back.
Check.
Oh, needs a blower. Blow that shit out.
I'll hurry up. Alright, guess you can work on cutting a road in. Back there.
You go straight to the bottom up there where the tires are.
Let's take my truck.
Have you seen that guy operate?
Nope.
He's pretty good.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good on everything, or?
I don't know. I don't know. The way he was running that skid steer, I'd assume he's been around it. He says he can run a hoe. I'd almost believe him as good as he's running that skid steer the other day.
I only seen him put a couple pieces of concrete in that truck the other day.
Yeah.
Pretty dry, isn't it? They're supposed to have a full week of rain start tomorrow, though.
No shit. I looked at the weather last night, I swear I didn't see it rain.
80% to start tomorrow.
Holy shit. This bitch is full again.
Full as fuck.
It doesn't take no time to get this thing full.
That thing's fucking nasty.
Yeah, it is a sweet machine, dude. You can cut your road on that son of a bitch in one pass.
I know.
That thing is awesome, dude. I'd love to run that thing.
You can come through here and kind of blade this down. At least to get a lane in here. Ideally, we would cross where that stream's at, and then turn and go out down there.
So make a big ass circle right here.
And then we go out at the railroad tracks.
Oh.
But if you can get this good enough, we'll have to put a pipe in. What I'm gonna do is start stacking them logs in front of the tires, and we'll just put logs like this, you know, and then they can work them up at the bottom. So we need to push all that dirt down. I'd like to level that as much as possible. It's really why I want the dozer. And then you can come over here where this tree has fell, and we're gonna start putting brush in that hole.
Back in here?
You'll come up here and back all the way to the back of the hole and dump.
I got
Just
you.
keep pushing it. Pine, we'll probably go through and clean up what's good to send to the mill and what's not. We'll toss over in there. So I want all this.
So you only want oak down there, really?
Yeah. Ideally, I'd want him to come down here and grind all this and blow it back in this corner and then go to the top and blow down on top of that, you know?
Yeah.
So all the mulch is down here.
How long you reckon it'd take him to grind all this down?
2 weeks.
It's fast.
It's also probably $150,000 worth of grinding.
Go out there and cut that road and shit in?
All right.
Working on building a house now. I'm to the point where I need to get quotes on grading that out for a build site.
You got a site plan by any chance?
No, I don't have elevations.
No problem. So the septic's already cleared also.
Yeah.
And you do have your permit?
Yeah, I have a septic permit. I have a well permit.
Is it going to be on crawl space or basement or?
Slab.
Oh, okay. So all you're really looking for right now is doing some of the cut for the slab area, I guess, right?
Essentially, yeah. It's going to be somewhere between 54 and 56 feet by 40.
If you're on a little bit of a slope there, you know, we'll need to cut one side down to make it flat. So, you know, however far we have to cut.
It is very, very flat.
It looks like it, yeah.
If anything, it probably needs to be, I'd probably prefer to have it built up some, if it's possible. I don't know.
It's a whole lot cheaper for you to cut than it is to fill. If you fill, you're either going to need to bring, you know, strip all the way down to good soil and then bring in good compactable fill and compact every 6 inches and do testing. Or you know, if you're doing it on slab, you'll dig a foot and lay block, backfill it 3/4 gravel, and then do your slab on that. Obviously,
Right.
You know, both of those are much more expensive than us just cutting dirt on site. You know, you have a bank on the upper side, but it looks pretty flat to me, so we're not talking about a ton either way. Looking at the topography here, that you may have 3 or 4 feet, and if we're just cutting and pushing that dirt out and then blending the bank in, I mean, we can do that with a dozer in like 2 days, you know. A dozer for 2 days is $4,000.
Okay.
We would need to strip all that off of the, so we'd start by stripping all that down to good dirt and then we start our cut. The strip-ins, they'll essentially be like a sponge, you know. You can't use them for fill, or so you kind of need to have a hole to push them off to on site or haul them away.
How far are you guys?
If I'm just sending the dozer and a guy, I can typically get there, you know, within a week or so.
Okay.
We've got a lot of equipment and a lot of guys working, so something like this is pretty easy. If it was, you know, total site prep, then it might be more like if we were coming in and doing the clearing and the pad and the septic, then we'd have to schedule, you know, with a couple of our machines and guys. And
okay. Do you guys do septics?
Oh yeah. That's typically what we do, is just total site prep, where we come in and take raw land and develop it, so that the next step would be the guys to do your foundation, you know.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, maybe I'll be interested in getting a quote from you guys to do the septic as well. So.
Yeah, we can do that. If you want to send me over the septic permit.
Yeah, it was originally 1,000. He changed it to a 12. I'm looking at the permit right now. It was 485s. You know, if they want to lengthen the lines, I think it'd be easier to put 3 100s in than it would be to do 485s.
Based on off what they've got you built out, the install cost on that would be somewhere right around $9,000.
Okay.
If you can save on the lines, you know, those chambers are $35 a piece now, so they add up fast. Then you'd still have the $4,000 of the dozer work. So 13
cool.
Total would be the dozer work for the house, and then the $9,000 for the septic.
Probably a couple weeks away from being ready for the dozer work. I'll get back in touch with you, man.
All right.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Keep on drowning as long as you're away.